Conference USA announced the 2015 preseason baseball awards voted on by the league coaches. Let's go ahead and check them out, starting with the predicted standings, where once again defending champion Rice has been predicted to finish first in the league, followed by FIU, Old Dominion, Southern Miss, and UTSA. Well, the Owls will be led by the preseason player of the year, John Clay Reeves. Last year's newcomer of the year, Reeves' .317 batting average was 10th in CUSA, starting 56 of 62 games for Coach Wayne Graham, and tied for 7th in conference with 6 home runs and 41 RBIs. Preseason pitcher of the year is also from Rice, junior Blake Fox. Fox led CUSA with 12 wins in his 15 starts and finished second last season in the conference with a 1.46 ERA. The lefty was also one of 3 finalists for the College Baseball Hall of Fame National Pitcher of the Year in 2014, and he's 18-0 in his collegiate career. Let's take a look at the rest of the all-conference team. Matt Dittman joins Reeves and Fox from Rice. FIU, Old Dominion, and Florida Atlantic each placed 2 members on the team, with UAB, WKU, Louisiana Tech, Middle Tennessee, and Southern Miss each placing 1 representative. And speaking of Southern Miss, for the second year in a row, the CUSA Baseball Championship will take place in Hattiesburg, Mississippi. Golden Eagle coach Scott Berry is ready to host the tournament once again.
I know everybody in our fan base and USM community are excited about hosting it for the second consecutive year. I'm excited from a coach. Of course, we have to make it, obviously, but one thing about it, you know the field, you know the surroundings, there's no hotels, so when somebody hosts it, you think it is an advantage, but it can become a disadvantage real quick, just in the mere fact that to make sure everything's done right and it reflects your program like you want it to.
Wow, second consecutive year Southern Miss is hosting. No surprise there because they have a phenomenal fan turnout at our championships.
Well, first of all, it's one of the great places to go to, especially to see a baseball game, because not only is the stadium outstanding if you're a fan, it's a total class act by everybody part of Southern Miss. They do a great job. So if you want to see college baseball at its best, I suggest you make your way to Hattiesburg, Mississippi. And by the way, I'll tell you places to eat because they got the best restaurants there. Got to blow some smoke on Scott Berry, the head coach of Southern Miss. He's won more games in his first 5 years as head coach than any other coach in Southern Miss history. I tell you, they do a great job down there, and he's going to have a good team this year.
Yeah, he absolutely is going to have a good team, and I really want to go back and press on some points with our preseason awards. No surprise, Rice swept the honors, and there's something that I really like about the fact that the coaches are the ones who vote on this, and there's one thing I like about Wayne Graham. He bet on his own team because all 12 coaches voted for them to be #1 in the predicted order of finish.
Well, you look at Wayne Graham. He has won over 1,000 games at Rice. That doesn't include his other games. That is absolutely remarkable. Another stat that's remarkable, 19 times in their history, they've won a conference title or a regular season title. They've got 20 straight NCAA appearances. They're the creme de la creme of baseball. They're always going to be in there. Last year they finished with a conference record of 23-7. They went 42-20 overall. They're going to be obviously the top pick, but I think we've got some other teams. We talk about Rice, but there's some other teams in there that could sneak in and knock Rice off a couple times.
Absolutely. I mean, look at UTSA. They have a great pitching rotation going on right now.
Absolutely right about their pitching staff. You look at the job Jason Marshall has done in his 3rd year. Now, he's a Texas A&M grad, and you think about great traditions in college baseball, going back to the Southwest Conference, going to the Big 12, and now the SEC. A&M had that. And what Coach has done is he's building that tradition at UTSA, and he's doing it the smart way. You do it with pitching. You look at their 2 studs right now. Brock Hartson, right-handed pitcher, finished 7-3 last year, 2.24 ERA, had 2 complete games. What stood out to me breaking down the numbers, 88 strikeouts and just 30 walks. And they back him up with Nolan Trabonino, the left-hander. He went 9-3 last year. He had a 2.43 ERA. They got great pitching at UTSA, and that is a program that's really coming on. They surprised a lot of people last season. They're not going to surprise anybody this year.
No, absolutely not. And Jason Marshall really knows the program because he started as an assistant coach and now into that head coaching position. So it was really a seamless transition for him. But another couple of schools I really want to touch on. The Sunshine State, a lot of talent down there in Florida.
I tell you, FIU and FAU, they're outstanding. You've got so much talent. It's like football in the state of Florida. There's a lot of talent down there, but we got to give props to FIU's Edwin Rios, the outfielder. He's a preseason All-American, and talking to the people at FAU, they signed some players that are also going to make some noise this year in Conference USA.
Absolutely. We talked about it earlier. FIU, they are ranked in the top 10 from the perfect game for their newcomers this season.
I'm glad you brought up FIU because Turtle Thomas in his 9th year, another coach that understands you win with pitching. Last year, their pitcher set a new league record with 14 shutouts. Now, that was 5 better than the previous season. And you'll look at Freshman of the Year from last year, the sophomore Chris Morrell. He is back. Last year, led all Conference USA freshman, tied for 3rd in wins in the season. He had an ERA of 1.95, 8th best in the conference. And you look at the solid ERA by the entire staff, 2.32, and opponents only hit 288 against them. This is a staff, obviously, that's very, very strong. Their Friday and Saturday guys are outstanding, and Turtle Thomas has done a great job.